So let's lengthen it 25. I would normally use a fine pencil for this, but for the purposes of the video, we're using a felt pen. All right, so all of these lines just get joined up. Oops. Okay, if you do that, you'll get a nice full one. Here's another way. You've got the grain line down the middle of this piece, and there's of course a grain line on the paper. So if I take that down to here and keep that lined up, and just do this. And blend these lines. If I do this version, it's also very important to make sure that these balance points are here. Sorry for... So I suggest one at 20 centimeters and one at 50 centimeters. I'll do the same on this side. 20 centimeters, 50 centimeters. So the red one's a very full skirt, the blue one's a little slimmer, but perhaps you want something in between. The rule of thumb is to add the same amount on each side. In the next video, I'd like to show you how to get a neat curve at the bottom. Remember I told you about putting these balance points in at 50 centimeters? This is why. This is how you can check how your pieces will line up. Oops. As you can see, that's less than ideal. So I'd add a bit. So I'm going to cut that out and stick it on the bottom of this piece, and then we can move on to adding a fold. I'll add the pleat to this side that's a bit more flared, because then when I put in the pleat, it'll straighten up a bit, and that's sort of nice. So draw where you want your flare to be, and then just cut it. Excuse me. Have your glue handy and also a piece of paper to stick underneath. I'd like my pleat to contain about 6 centimeters. So I'll stick down one side and then I'll stick down the other side. So getting there, okay. Boom. Centimeters. I mean, you can also just wing it. Okay, let's do 7. Okay. I like to use glue for this because it doesn't jump around as much as with sticky tape. Okay, the next thing to do is to wait for that to dry. I'd like my pleat to face downwards. So fold this line first. And place it on top of this one. Stay, damn you. Okay, we'll sort that out later. It's useful, I like it, to not just leave the pleat sewn like this. I like to sew it here, so I'll put that point there to balance out later. This bit just cut off. This as well. And here we have the pattern piece. So these points here, I just put a little pin through there and make this also a notch so that you can fold that in. So when you're sewing it, you'd sew here. Flap it down like that and then just follow the instructions normally. The beauty of the flirt skirt, and also all of these variations, is that they're modular. This piece, which is a size 1, has a waist of 12.5. So if we made that with the normal 6 panels, what would the waist be?
That would be 75 centimeters.
75. If we wanted to make this elasticated and used 8 pieces, how many centimeters would that be?
That would be 100 centimeters.
Okay, so still not enough for me. I'll add another 2 and then we'll have 125. That should go over my bottom. This was 12.5 centimeters, but I'd like to make it 10 centimeters so that I can use this panel 10 times and end up with 100 centimeter waist. I'm using a pen here because it's quite important to be accurate. So there's a line here, a 90-degree line to the grain line. It's 2.5. So I've drawn this line here. And then I just pull it across. I check that that's precisely on that line. And then that's smaller. I usually put the panel pieces between these 2 points and line them up that way. I also do the same here on the hem. And there you go. I've got just about 1 centimeter here at the top to encase the elastic, 4 centimeter elastic. So I don't need all of this on the inside. So just chop off 3 centimeters. And remember to leave a hole for your elastic.